Hopefully you're so sick and tired of me doing the same process, you've already got it down, you're ready to move on. That would be gold, but don't worry if that's not the case. All right, same process for the legs, object mode, select the leg, and let's not forget to do the top and bottom. We may have to move it out to do that, and let's also not forget to re-rig it all together. So let's just go ahead and do this real quick. All right, back to face, select that front face, and which direction is it placing? Z. Hit apply, get that nice flat texture, scale it into place, move it into place. And another thing I think we did wrong when modeling, these are probably too short of legs, because as I recall, let's go back to Outliner. Let's unhide our image planes. That's Shift H, by the way, to unhide. You can see that our model, it's kind of hard to see right now, our image plane extends below our model. So that's kind of a problem and something we should have fixed. Go to orthographic front view, zoom way in here. We should have to extend our legs a little bit to match that. So what do? We can select both these legs. We can go into vertice mode. Sorry, it keeps popping out like that. And we can just move these down real quick, like so. If we're still in vertice mode, we're not. Again, sorry that happened. It happens a lot when I'm teaching. Just be aware. Okay, cool. Now that that's back to normal, we'll go back to perspective view. And we'll finish texturing. It is taking longer than I'd like, but that's okay. Not a big deal. All right, which one were we on? We were on this one right here. And we could go select that UV again, UV shell, right there. Okay, there we are. So that was a little detour, but we had to fix it because his legs were not proportional, and I couldn't live with myself as an artist for doing that to Minecraft Steve. Okay, there's one of the legs. Let's go back and forth. Select this face. Do back and front, then come over here and do back and front, and then the sides. That way we're keeping on the same projections every time. Okay, so for the back, let's see where that texture is. Looks like this is a front one, and as is that, this is a back one right here. That's the back. Okay, so with that selected, hit apply, scale it. Move it over here. Easy peasy. So easy anyone can do it, right? Not anyone, but you guys can. Okay, cool. Then we'll hop over to this object, do those same things. Same exact steps. Can be tedious, but it's also kind of relaxing, I find. And once you complete it, you can use this for anything. Once we can animate it, we can put it in a game engine, you could put it on a YouTube video. I mean, the sky's the limit. We'll just go down here since this was supposed to be for the other leg. All right, and we go to the back, same thing. And I really like to see when you guys do these final tutorials, I'd like to see your little Giphies or YouTube videos or just whatever you end up doing with them. Because I love it when my students take the things I train them and then they make cool memes out of them. I still don't get memes, but they're kind of fun actually. Okay, so we got this. Keep in mind, it's the x-axis. Switch to the x, hit apply, scale it. And let them match reference. My reference is saying it's this one. And I believe my reference. Again, getting that as close as possible. And then while we're on this leg, let's go Make sure we're in face mode. Oh, I just have that. There we go. Okay, I don't know what the foot is, but I'm going to assume that this dark at the bottom is going to be the foot, and we'll call it a day. So again, with this yellow, or green rather, we know it's going to be Y. So hit apply. We'll scale it down and put it right on that dark part right there. Go back over to object mode, select this object, go back to face, and red, which means x-axis, hit apply, scale it down. I think it's this dark one right here. And what's also awesome is I have students that become better than I am. That's the real glory right there. When I've trained a student and they go off and become even better than me, believe it or not, that actually makes me happy. You wouldn't think so, but I'm not the jealous type. I honestly get really proud of my students. And right now I'm competing. We just had our game design competition yesterday. So I have 2 students that competed in 3D animation for me 2 years ago. And then we had COVID year. And then this year they're competing in game design, and they made an awesome game. And one of them's an excellent 3D animator and modeler, and she creates these amazing characters, like from scratch. She draws a picture and then does them. That's my goal for you guys, is to take you from these game characters we're going to be creating to creating your own characters. And in fact, in every section we're going to have a challenge where you create something called an abomination, where you take everything we did here and then you just do crazy things to it, and the craziest wins, all right? There will be prizes. So let's go ahead and finish this. I get off on these tangents. Don't worry about it. You can fast forward. You can skip ahead if ever I bore you guys. All right, so that last one, it's going to be Y because it's green. Up, hit apply, scale it, move it over to this dark area, something like that. All right, we now have a textured Minecraft Steve. Pretty okay, all right? There's one little area we may need to texture, but I'm not too worried about it. It's the top of the leg when his legs move and bend. But there's Minecraft Steve. You guys congratulate yourself. You now have a textured 3D character. Before we end this, I know it's getting long. Let's go back over to our outliner here. Where is it? Oh, we had it open. Okay. And let's reparent all of these. So shift, select, and drag them into the torso. And then when we grab our torso, we have our character. Super cool, guys. It's a big deal. Your first modeled and textured character. And he's even rigged. Now, this is the simplest form of rigging, parenting. We'll get into much more complex rigs in the future. But you guys got to applaud yourself for this. You've achieved something. If you're new to 3D, you should be really proud of yourself right now. Because now we're going to go on and we're going to animate them. And that's where the real fun starts. Then we'll do a render, we'll export them for a game engine. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for hanging with me this long. I know it's tedious. I know sometimes it's difficult. Don't give up. Don't be one of those people that buys a tutorial and just doesn't ever finish it. Finish this, guys. You can do it. I'll see you in the next one.